Good morning, Romper Room friends. How are you today? You feeling all right at your house? I feel all right. How are you? You all said good. You sound good today. You ready for a fun day in Romper Room?
Yeah.
We're going to play the freeze game today. In fact, we're going to do that right now. We're going to make a tree that you could decorate for the holidays. We're going to play with our balloons. We're going to walk on the balance beam. I'm going to show you some pictures. We're going to play with our high steppers. Do you have high steppers at your house? Ask a grown-up what you can use. Or you can walk on your tippy toes. You do?
Yeah.
Good. We're going to jump on our line. We're going to play with Wiggly Will today. Should be a good day. But first, do you know how to play the freeze game?
Yeah.
How do you play the freeze game? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Why don't you leave your sweater alone? You're going to stretch it out. That's a great-looking sweater, Richie. Just kind of leave it be for a second. What we do is we listen to the music and we dance. And then when the music stops, you freeze. Can you do that at your house? Why don't you start dancing? Come on, move your arms, move your legs, and listen for the music to stop. What? Don't move, Douglas. You move, don't move. I had to put my foot down. See, I did it wrong. Pick your feet up. Don't move. Don't move. What's the matter, Meredith? No, that's Clarissa. I couldn't see from the back. What's the matter, Clarissa? Now you can put your foot down. You kind of lose your balance a little, don't you? Oh, don't move. Down there you can move. Pick up your knees. Don't move. Keep frozen at your house. There you go. Clap your hands. Put your hands in the air. Out to the side. Spin around. Oh, be careful, Richie. Don't spin into the wall. Move out a little bit from the wall if you're going to spin around. Kick your feet. Don't move. Don't move. There you can move. One more time. Try and find a funny position to freeze in. Okay, move. Does everything work? You did very well. You did very well. You were all frozen quite well. You had some funny frozen positions at your house. Make sure everything works. Do all your fingers work? Richie, come here. Let me see if your fingers work. Check this out. Fingers work? Yes, they all work. They work. Well, sometimes when you're frozen, you can't. You can't. Richie, come on over here on this side because I want to show you something. Look up there. Do you know who's here? Paddington Bear. Wonder what kind of trouble Paddington Bear is going to get into today. Let's look and see.
Hello, Romper Room friends. I am Paddington Bear. I have a great story to tell you, and it's all about me. One morning, Paddington was putting some finishing touches to a snowman when he heard a familiar voice. Bear! Is that you, Bear? I was only making a snowman, Mr. Curry, called Paddington. I wasn't throwing snowballs. That's all right, said Mr. Curry. I was wondering if you'd like to earn yourself some Bud Buddy. I've got a nasty cold in my nose. I'd like you to fetch a plumber. A plumber, repeated Paddington. Wouldn't you sooner have a doctor, Mr. Curry? No, I wouldn't. My bathroom pipes are frozen, and I can't fill my hot water bottle. But tell him not to make too much noise in case I'm asleep. If you're quick, I may give you 5p, but I'm better. Yes, Mr. Curry, said Paddington gloomily. Paddington wasn't too happy running errands for the Browns' neighbour, and he felt even less keen when he met the plumber. Curry, said the man. He's not the only one with a cold. Besides, he hasn't paid me for my last job yet. That was months ago. Tell you what, though. Take him this book on plumbing. Tell him he can do it himself if he likes. Paddington gazed at the book. He couldn't picture Mr. Curry getting out of bed to mend his pipes, and he had a nasty feeling things were going to get very much worse before they got any better. I wonder what's happening in Mr. Curry's house, said Mrs. Brown. Paddington went in ages ago, and there's been an awful lot of banging going on ever since. If it sounds bad in here, said Mrs. Bird, think what it must be like next door. It's not what it sounds like that bothers me, said Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown wasn't the only one feeling worried at that moment. Paddington had managed to get Mr. Curry's water flowing again, but not, unfortunately, into the basin. According to the instruction book, very old lead pipes, like Mr. Curry's, could sometimes be mended by hitting them with a mallet. But as fast as he hit one spot, another leak sprang up somewhere else, and the way things were going, he would soon need more boots.
Romper Room and Friends will return after these messages.
It's just a regular tree.
It's a Christmas
Could be a Christmas tree, couldn't it? Could be a regular tree.
green apple.
Could be could be what?
Apple tree.
Well, do apple trees look like that?
Yes.
Do they look like that?
Yeah.
No, that's an evergreen tree. Do you know, these are the type of trees that the only trees that are colored at this time of year, right? All the other trees with leaves on them, do you see any trees with green leaves on them anymore?
Yeah.
No, it's so cold that all of the leaves after the fall where they turn colors have all dropped. They're kind of brown. But an evergreen tree is green all year long, isn't it? Would you like to learn how to make one of these? You could make one of these, even if you don't celebrate Christmas and don't have a Christmas tree in your house, you can make an evergreen tree. Just don't put any of the dots on it. Just make a regular tree. Looks like a winter tree. Let's learn how to make it. All right? What you need is you need a piece of
Paper.
what kind of paper?
Green
Green construction paper. And what I'd like you to do is take the construction paper, fold it in half once, fold it in half again. Now this, see the part with the double fold in it? There's a fold there and a fold there. Not the side that has two open pieces. The side that's all folded. You take a pencil and we're going to draw half a tree on here. All you have to do is draw triangles. But don't complete the triangle. As your pencil comes over to here, start out again. And each time, make one a little bigger, and then when you come down to the bottom, draw half of a rectangle. Can you see that?
Yeah.
See? Now, take your, what kind of scissors? Safety scissors. And we're going to cut the tree. Now, do you think we'll have just a half a tree, or do you think we'll have a whole tree?
Oh.
Will we have one or two? How many do you think we'll have?
One.
You think so?
Two.
We folded the paper twice, didn't we? Which gave the paper 4 sides. And if each tree, if we're only doing half of a tree on each side, that means we will have 2 trees when we're finished. Ready? What do you think of that? 2 trees. Now, how do you think we put these together?
Gluing them.
glue it? Do you think we glue it? No. You take your safety scissors and you cut down the top. Cut a slit in the top to right about there. Then turn it around and cut a slit in the bottom to just about there. Now take a look at the other tree, and from the space where you put the slit, cut a slit in the center.
Big hole?
Just cut a slit in the center, because what will happen is you put this tree in to this tree, and look what happens. And then you can take the one, fold the middle so that the tree stands. Now my other tree stood. Why won't this one stand?
Where's the other tree?
There we go. And the tree stands now.
Where's the other tree?
The other tree's here. You could make a whole forest if you'd like and put them side by side. But
I've made that one.
take these. Now, if you want, you can either draw and put the ornaments on it, or you can cut them out of construction paper. And if you cut them out of construction paper, what we can do is fold the construction paper once, twice, and then we'll cut that fold it over again and again. Don't make it too thick, though, because if you make it too thick, then you can't cut it with your safety scissors. So we'll cut right about there. See if we can cut a circle with our safety scissors. Ah, Miss Molly did it too thick. Try this side. Just cut as many circles as you want, and look what you have. We have lots of little circles, and we can take some glue, put a little dot of glue, and put it on the tree.
I thought I was going to make a star on it.
You want to make a star? Well, you could do that. Why don't you do me a favor, Matthew? Why don't you make one at home and make a star? We learned how to make a star in Romper Room, didn't we?
I did one.
You did one? We could put the star on top. And in fact, you know what you could do, friends at home? If you don't want to make a star to send in for our tree, you could do the same thing with this tree as you do with the star. Put a little hole in the top and a little yarn, and we could hang this from our tree. So I would really like it if you would make a tree. If you don't want to decorate it, you don't have to. And send it here with your name on it to Romper Room and Friends, Post Office Box 9, Secaucus, New Jersey, 07094. And I'll be able to put that on our Romper Room tree. But don't do it right now because look! Hey, everybody. What do we have? Balloons! What do we do with the balloons? You hit them. Everybody get a balloon. Zena, there's a yellow balloon over there. At your house, why don't you see if you have a balloon? What happened to this balloon? That's a funny-looking balloon. There's no knot in it. There we go. How many times can you hit your balloon in the air? At your house, if you don't have a balloon, ask a grown-up if maybe you could use a scarf. scarf. You could use a rolled-up sock. Or using your head. Ah, that's using your head. That's using your head. What other part of your body can you hit it with? Whoa! What, your nose? Your nose? You look like a seal if you use your nose. Your wrist? Now, I like that. I like that, Matthew. Use your wrist. I like your nose, too, Richie. I think that's pretty funny. Zena, what else do you think we could use? You want to use your finger, or your knee, or your elbow, or your shoulder? There you go, Meredith, your finger. You can do that. Use your finger. Your shoes? That's difficult. It sure is. It's very hard to do. How about your elbow? On your, well, that's your shin. Your shin. Your shin. Or your stinkle. When I was in Italy, the village that I was in, they called this part your stinkle. Stinkle male means your shin hurts. Bouncing the balloon. There you go. You can bounce it. Well, we're going to keep bouncing our balloons. And when we come back to Romper Room, we'll have more fun. I promise.
Romper Room and Friends will return after these messages.
And when it snows, you can go skiing. But you have to be very careful when you ski and learn the correct way. I met a friend at Wyndham and talked about the Smokey Bear Ski School. Let's watch. Hi, friends. We're here today at Ski Wyndham in Wyndham, New York, in the Catskills, because they have a very special program here called the Smokey Bear Ski School. And friends, I'd like you to meet Marcia Arnoff, who is the head of the Smokey Bear Ski School here at Ski Wyndham. How are you today, Marcia?
I'm fine. How are you today, Molly?
Just fine, thanks. Why don't you tell us what Smokey Bear Ski School is?
Okay. The Smokey Bear Ski School is a special skiing program for children ages 4 to 7, where they are under supervision by a trained instructor who is trained to ski with children and teach children how to ski.
Why can't some of our friends just get a pair of skis, boots, poles, whatever, and go out in their backyard and play around for a while?
Oh, they can. And actually, I encourage the parents to allow them to go in a safe area and just experiment on the skis, just like they were going out sledding and having a good time. After they've gotten used to it and it's become much less of an alien world, they come to us at the ski school where they get fine-tuning.
What kind of equipment, you know, skis, boots, poles, should a child have if they're just starting out?
Well, first of all, they should have a pair of boots that fit them. And in fitting them, the toes should be able to wiggle, but there shouldn't be too much more room than that. The heel of their foot should not be able to rise too far out of the heel of the boot. The skis and bindings, it's important to have a ski with an edge. Some of the children come out with these old plastic skis that they used in their front lawn, and that really doesn't help them to progress in skiing.
Do you have a rental shop here at Wyndham?
Yes, we do. We have a very well-trained staff who will help the parents and the children get them through and get them into their skis and out on the snow.
Is it important to have good weather conditions when one of our friends are having their very first experience at skiing?
Sure, that's the nicest way to start. If they're having their very first experience and they're very young, it's hard if the weather is bitterly cold or if it's raining. If it's a nice day, the children last a lot longer in the lesson and they have a much better time.
What about clothing? What kind of clothes should our friends wear?
Well, the children should wear fairly much the same kind of ski clothing the parents would wear. They should start off with a good warm ski hat and a pair of goggles that fit the child's face, not Daddy's old goggles that cover up half their face. They should wear long johns if it's very cold out, and a turtleneck and a sweater and their ski jacket over that. Underneath, they should wear ski pants and long johns under there, and they should definitely have a pair of thermal or ski-type socks.
Now we're ready, we're dressed. How do we start?
We play games like Simon Says or Red Light, Green Light, or we have little relay races, or we jump up and down or stand on one foot and get used to being on these skis. Then we start them in a similar progression as we would start an adult. We start with a straight run. just to get them used to gliding straight on their skis. And then we'll move them into the wedge, which the children call a piece of pizza pie.
Is there an age difference, you know, between a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old?
Yes, it's amazing that 1 year between 3 and 4 really seems to make a lot of difference. Children under the age of 4, except for the ones who are a little bit more advanced muscularly, don't seem to have the muscle strength. They're back on their heels, and it's hard for them to push out their heels. They tend to push out their toes. So before the age of 4, you can walk around with a child on the snow, but it's really kind of hard to get them into a wedge. And there's not much they can do until they can get into that wedge.
What does a child have to be able to do before you can take them on the lift?
They have to be able to turn. Because once they come down the lift, it is steep enough that if they can't turn, they're going to have to fall down to stop.
Now that our friends know how to wedge and know how to turn, why don't we go together and take a couple runs with the kids?
Terrific. Let's do that.
Great.
We go up and come down. And up and down. Good. Up and down. Okay, airplanes. Yeah. All around. Flap the wings. Yeah. Good. All around. That's good. Now go through the mushrooms. Right through the mushrooms. Oh, God. Oh, God. You can dare. Yeah. Very good. Go ahead. Good job. All right, Emily. Very good.
We had fun when we went skiing. I enjoy skiing. I have a good time. You know, when you ski, you have to balance. You have to balance on those skis. Well, we could practice a little, pretend that we're skiing down a hill and going across our balance beam. Go ahead. We have lots of visitors, not too fast. You could pretend you're going down the hill through a slalom course. At your house, why don't you pretend you have a line in front of you? You don't need to have a balance beam just like we do. Look at a line on the floor and try and put one foot in front of the other. Come on, Douglas. Today's a special day for Douglas, isn't it? Today, Douglas is 4. Everybody say happy birthday to Douglas. Happy birthday, Douglas. Yes. Because I want you to look at this and not look at that, okay? There you go. You want to walk sideways? If you'd like to walk sideways, you can. Go ahead. Be very careful. If you're going to walk sideways, though, walk this way sideways. That way all the friends at home can see your face. There you go. Whoa, that's all right. If you step off, you step right back on again. Just like when you first learn how to ski, you fall a lot. But that's okay. When you fall, you just get back up and try again. Go ahead. Well, they just did. She said no one was moving. They just did. Go ahead. Be careful. Why don't you move the line back this way a little bit so that our friends have room on the balance beam, all right? Move over a little bit for me, Matthew. Go ahead, move up, Meredith. There you go. Now we're moving. This way, Richie and Zena. That way they'll follow you. And this way, you keep following Zeno, all right? Go ahead. There you go. One foot in front of the other. Go ahead. You can put your arms out to the side if you like. Or you can put your hands up like this, pretend you have ski poles in your hands. There you go. One foot in front of the other. Go ahead. Don't get too close. You're going to make it harder on the friend who's on the balance beam. Move over this way. Move over this way. You'll get a turn. Don't worry. Go ahead. Not to worry. Everyone gets a turn. There you go. Go ahead. What, Zena? What? Oh, okay. There you go. Sit. Go ahead. And Matthew. Whoa! Fell down. That's all right. Get right back on it again. Sit. Very good. 1 foot in front of the other. Carefully place 1 foot in front of the other. There's nothing in there now. Go ahead, Zena. Oh, sure. There are things in there. Ooh, after we play with this. Now fix your shirt here a second, Zena. There you go. Go ahead. Yes. Hello. Not right now. Not right now. After this. After this, Zena is going to finish going on the balance beam, and then when we come back to Romper Room, I'm going to show some pictures that my friends at home have drawn for me. I bet you'd like to see that.
Romper Room and Friends will return after these messages.
Hi, friends. Look at this. It's a person with a yellow flower. And this is from Tessie. Yes, and look, there's a heart in the back that says, I love you. Oh, I love you too, Tessie. In fact, Tessie's here today. She brought me this today. And who is that? Kimball. That looks like Kimball to me, and that's from Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth. There's a house and some trees and sunshine and flowers. That's from Paul. Thank you, Paul. It's that time of year. Look what we have. A snowflake. And look at all the glitter on that snowflake with the snowman. That's from Natalie. Thank you, Natalie. I like that. Oh, looks like quick draw to me. That's a great quick draw. Look at all those colors. I like that. That's from Laura. Laura's only 2 years old. Well, thanks, Laura. I like that. And there's a house from Michelle. There's a house from Michelle. And I like this. Look at this. All the different colors of construction paper glued on. I like that. Last week when we talked about art, we talked about texture, didn't we? Look at the different textures here of this house. With the fuzzy cotton for the clouds, toothpicks for the house. I like that. And there's Doobie, and that's me. And this is from Jamie Lynn. Thank you, Jamie Lynn. Looks like lots of snow to me. Snowing on that house. That's from Candy. Oh, I like that. Oh, I can't wait for it to snow. Do you like the snow? I do. You think so? Oh, boy. There's Doobie. There's Doobie. And that's from Mindy. Thank you, Mindy, and one of our friends. Wow, a buffalo. Buffalo or a bison? That's from Billy. Billy's 6 years old. That's a pretty good-looking buffalo, Billy. Thank you. And there is the sun and a snowman. Looks like Frosty to me. Look like Frosty? That's from Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. What was so special about Frosty? Frosty the Snowman's hat, right? Made him come to life. Who's that? That's Doobie, and that's from Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. And there's a Kimball. Look at that Kimball with all the little circles all over him. That's from Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. I like that. That's a great Kimball. And there's a quick draw from Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Well, I really enjoy getting pictures from my friends at home. In fact, if you don't feel like making me a tree, why don't you just draw a picture for me? You could draw a picture of your favorite thing in winter. Maybe it's snow, maybe it's a snowman, maybe it's snow falling on your house or a snowflake. Whatever your favorite part of winter is, and send it here to Romper Room and Friends, Post Office Box 9, Secaucus, New Jersey, 07094. But before you do that, why don't you see if you have some high steppers at your house? If you don't have high steppers just like we do, that's all right. You can stand on your tippy toes. You could ask a grown-up to help you maybe make high steppers out of tuna fish cans. You have to have some help from a grown-up, though. Use your thinking cap and see if you can make some. In the meantime, pardon me? Sure, only little pails. Sure, little quart paint tins. That'd be good. That'd be great. What's the matter, Zena? Want to use these? There you go. Now what you do is you put your feet on top of the high steppers and pull on the string. Pull on those strings. What's the matter, Zena? You want a little help? Here, let's turn around so the friends at home can see you while you're doing this, all right? High steppers are in front of you. Put your foot. There you go. Now pull on this string. There you go. Now put your foot on this other one. Stand up. I got you. I got you. There you go. Now pull on this string. Now pull on those strings. Don't let go of those strings. Bend your knees a little bit. And keep your weight forward. Keep your weight forward. Whatever you do, you have to pull very hard on the strings. Zena, and everyone, look, don't sit back like this. Sit back like this, you're going to fall. You see? You have to stand up, kind of keep your head forward a little bit, and that way you won't fall. And this time I'll let you do it yourself. Put your high steppers right in front of your feet. That's it. Step on the one high stepper and pull, and stand up, and then step on the other high stepper. Just like you're standing up lift your other foot. Here, I'll hold on to you. Step up. Just like you're stepping up onto a stair. Put them in front of you. Step up onto this one. There. Now step up like you're on the stairs. There you go. Step on the other one. See? That's it. It's not so difficult. Well, we're going to keep practicing on our high steppers, but I wonder what's going to happen to Paddington Bear. When we come back, we'll find out.
Romper Room and Friends will return after these messages.
What's going on? What's all that hammering? It's all right, Mr. Curry. I'm just going for some more Wellingtons. Wellingtons? Did you say Wellingtons? There's water everywhere. Look at it. Where's the stopcock? I've tried that, Mr. Curry, but it won't move. I think the spanner's frozen to it. Stand aside, Bear. I'll show you how to fix it. Take hold of the mallet. When I nod my head, you hit it. Are you sure, Mr. Curry? Asked Paddington. Don't argue, Bear. Do as you're told. Yes, Mr. Curry. If you say so, Mr. Curry. Right. Bear, down. Bear! Mr. Curry's bellow of rage was equaled only by the sound of Paddington's feet as he hurried down the stairs. There were times when he felt the best course was to disappear with all possible speed, and this was definitely one of them. Paddington didn't see the Browns' neighbor again for several days, but one morning a note arrived. It was addressed to him in Mr. Curry's handwriting, and it said, "Thank you for having a go at my pipes the other day. You left the bathroom in such a mess, the insurance company agree it needs completely redecorating, and they're paying. It's what's known as an act of bear. Yours gratefully, Mr. Curry." Inside the envelope was a brand new 5-penny piece. "If I were you," said Mrs. Bird, "I'd have it framed. It's probably the one and only time you'll ever get 5 pence off Mr. Curry." Paddington considered the matter for a moment. "I think perhaps I might use it to insure myself, Mrs. Bird," he announced. "It sounds very good value, and you never know, I might have trouble with my own pipes one day."
Friends, what's this? A big thing of tape, and I'm going to put it down, and everybody jump on it. Make sure it sticks. Is it stuck? At your house, you don't need to put tape on the floor. Find a line that's on the floor and see if you can stand behind it. Everybody stand behind the line. Now, take a good look at that line. See if you can jump over the line without touching the tape. So one touch the tape, Whoa, well, you don't need to go all the way out of the whole room. See if you can jump back and land on the table. Try and land up. Be careful, don't bump into each other. Now step back again. Let's step really far back. See if you can take a giant step. Step behind the line at your house. Take a giant step and see if you can land on the tape. You ready? Oh, in one step. Could you do it in one step? Better move up a little bit, Zena. Now take one big giant step. There you go. Now take another giant step back off of the tape as far as you can. Wow. Now see if you can, with both feet, jump on to the line. Whoa, it's a big jump. It's a long jump. You can use your arms. Go ahead, Zena. There you go. You jumped over it. Well, go ahead, jump over it. Now look back and see if you can jump back over it. Can you do that at your house? Be careful. That's very difficult. Let me see, Clarissa. Whoa, what happened? You can jump onto it sideways. You can jump over sideways. You know what, friends at home? We're going to think of all the different ways that we can jump on this line and practice. You can practice while we're away, but when we come back, our visitors want to play some more with us.
Romper Room and Friends will return.
What does Wiggly Will like us to do? Do you feel like wiggling? Wiggle your nose for me. Wiggle your nose at your house. Can you do that? Wiggle your nose. How about your shoulders? Wiggle your shoulders. Can you wiggle your head? How about your face? Oh, can you do that? Wiggle your face. That's but your leg. You want to wiggle your leg? Okay, wiggle your legs. Wiggle your legs. How about just your toes? Can you wiggle just your toes? Inside your shoes? Sure you can. Just wiggle your toes inside your shoes. You could wiggle your heels back and forth. Can you do that? That makes everything else wiggle, doesn't it? Wiggle your knees. There you go. How about your bottoms? Wiggle your bottoms. Wiggle your back. Can you wiggle your back? Wiggle everything. Wiggle your head, wiggle your arms, wiggle your nose, wiggle your hair, wiggle your bottoms, wiggle your knees, wiggle your feet, wiggle everything, and stop. Wow. You think you could wiggle into a little line for me behind me? Don't run. Just wiggle over to here and stop right there. Don't push. Spread out. Everybody will have a turn. Spread out so you can each have a turn. And I'm going to put Wiggly away. And I've got an idea. How would you like to pretend? Please don't push. You see what you did? You pushed the other friend over. I'd really prefer that you didn't push.
I watched some TV. I don't like to.
Good, Richie. Let me help you with this line a little bit, all right? It's really not nice to push at all. Come on over here, Matthew. Come on. There you go, because you'll all get a turn. What I'd like to do is pretend that we're snowballs. Can you pretend that you're a snowball? I want you to get into a little tiny ball, not over your head, though. I don't want you to hurt your neck. Lay on your back for me. This way. There you go. Now, curl up into a tiny, tiny ball and see if you can roll down. There you go. Look at that snowball rolling down the hill. You want to try it? There you go. Now, roll that snowball down the hill. Can you try that at your house? Give it a try. You can. Pull those legs in. Roll that snowball down the hill. Let me see, Richie. Oh, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. There you go. Give it a try. Can you pretend that you're a snowball at your house? You pretend that you keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Let me see. There you go, Meredith. Whoa, watch the edge of the mat. Watch the edge of the mat. Douglas, move that line over for me. That's it, but stay against the wall. Matthew, move up towards the wall, please. Everybody move up that way. There you go. Let me see this snowball. There you go. All right. Can I see your snowball, Zena? Come on, lay down. This way. Woo-hoo! you go. Tuck those knees in. Tuck that arm in. Are you a tight snowball? You a real tight snowball? Now watch this snowball roll down the hill. There you go. Keep those legs tucked in. Take a look at this snowball. There you go. Douglas, how'd you wind up at the end of the line when you didn't even have a turn yet? Move up a little so you can have a turn. Go right behind Matthew. Matthew's at the end of the line. Matthew, help Douglas for me, please. Here you go, Douglas. Right over there by Matthew. Wait. Right over here. Turn around. Turn around. There's Matthew. That's it. There you get a turn. Now go to the end of the line. Go. That's a good snowball. Let me see. Tuck those knees in. There you go. Watch the edge of the mat. Don't hurt yourself. Good for you. Up that way. There you go. How fast can you go? You get a real fast snowball? There you go. How fast can you go at your house? Go ahead. Clarissa. There you go. Get yourself, wait a minute. You got to get yourself situated a little better. I'm going to move you over a little bit. Here you go. Tuck those knees in. You ready? There you go. There you go. You want to try? All the way to the end. Good for you. Watch yourself at the edge of the mat now. Don't hurt yourself. Go ahead. Tuck those knees in. Put your hands around your knees. You ready? Here comes the snowball. Whoa, watch the edge of the mat. There you go. Move your line up this way. Move that way so the friends at home can see. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? You a big snowball or a little snowball?
Big.
A big snowball. There you go. All the way. Move the line that way. The friends at home can't see. Move that way, everybody. Mother, may I take 5 steps to your left? That way. There you go. Go ahead. There you go. That's a good snowball. All right, Matthew, let me see. Whoa. Wait, get yourself situated right. There you go. Now wrap their hands around it. Whoa. There goes that snowball. Can you be a snowball, Douglas? Ready? Oh, line your back. Tuck those knees in. They're tucked in. Wrap your hands around. Are you tight? You a little snowball or a big snowball? You a big snowball? You gonna go fast? There you go. There you go. Wait a minute, you gotta help me. You gotta do a little yourself. I can't just push you. There you go. Good for you. Good for you. Well, were you a big snowball or a little snowball at your house? You were a big snowball? Did you go fast? Well, good. You can keep trying, and when we come back to Romper Room, I'm going to see you in my magic mirror.
Romper Room and Friends will return after these messages.
Well, I had a fun day today, friends. Did you all have a fun day? Yeah. You made great snowballs, you know that? You made great snowballs. You know what I'd like to do now? I'd like to see you in my magic mirror. Romper Bomper, Stomper Boo, tell me, do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play? All my friends had fun today. I see Melissa's having a special day today, and so is Aaron. And I see Corey and Shannon and Brandy. And there's Jeremy and Daniel. And I see Mary and Elizabeth. And there's Nathan and Sophia and Natasha. And I see Keith and Edward. And there's Lolly and Gianna and Jared and Eric. And I see Sean and Dennis and Isaiah. And there's Philip and Amy and Rachel and Rocky and Carrie and Patty and Carol. And of course, friends, you know I see you. And Granny and Kimball and Up and Paddington and Doobie and I will all see you tomorrow. I love you, friends. Have a good day.
Bing bong, tick tock, bebop boom. Flip flop, up, wee my moo. Boppity boppity, romper room. Hey, get a little.
Romper Room and Friends, featuring Molly McCluskey, is directed by John Wall. Portions of the preceding program were pre-recorded.
Tip tap.